Many of us grew up with a very specific, almost cinematic version of hell. We heard terrifying stories of giant serpents coiling in the dark and endless swarms of scorpions, imagery designed to trigger a raw, physical fear. But if we look closer at the actual Islamic texts, we have to ask, how much of this imagery is rooted in revelation, and how much has been added by centuries of cultural storytelling and human imagination? Relying on weak sources or local myths carries a real risk. It risks turning a profound system of divine justice into a one-dimensional horror story, often obscuring the actual purpose behind the concept of accountability. To understand the true stakes of the afterlife, we must look past the folklore and examine the topic through the highest standard of truth available, the direct verses of the Quran. In Surah Al-Baqarah, the Quran provides a precise and unsettling description of what sustains the fire. Unlike any fire we know on Earth, this one does not burn on wood or coal. The text specifies the fuel consists of humans and the very stones used as idols. This creates a grim irony. The objects people look to for protection become the exact tools of their destruction, literally dragging them down into the fire's foundation. Surah Al-Mulk describes this environment as something alive. The fire isn't a passive element. It roars and churns with rage, behaving more like an enraged living beast than a simple chemical reaction. Sustenance provides no relief here. The Quran speaks of the Zaqqum tree, growing from the pit, and boiling water that offers only further agony. In this place, hunger and thirst are not just conditions, they are weaponized. This environment is a perfectly calibrated ecosystem, where every physical element is designed to heighten distress, rather than provide a single moment of nourishment or escape.
Lower, more serious tone. While the physical descriptions are harrowing, the Quran suggests a different, more devastating layer of punishment, the complete collapse of the human mind. The Quran describes the weight of ultimate regret, the sudden, crushing realization that an entire life was spent moving in the wrong direction, despite receiving clear warnings and ample time to change. We see the total breakdown of human society. In the fire, the blame game begins. Loyal followers turn on their former leaders with fury, while those leaders respond by denying any responsibility for the choices their followers made. Surah Al-Alaq describes a state of existential limbo. It is the horrifying reality of being unable to find an exit through death, forced into a cycle where one neither truly lives nor finally dies. Perhaps the most painful moment described is the sight of the divide. The inhabitants look across to see those in paradise, safe, peaceful, and refreshed, while they themselves beg for a single drop of water, knowing the gap can never be bridged. This permanent exile from the Creator's mercy and the eternal knowledge of exactly what was lost represents a spiritual devastation that outweighs even the physical fire. If the Creator is characterized by perfect mercy, why would these terrifying details be shared with us so explicitly in advance? These vivid descriptions of hell function as profound expressions of divine mercy. They provide a clear map of the consequences while there is still time to avoid them. It is a gesture of urgent protection, like someone violently pulling you back from the edge of a ledge before you can fall. By revealing the exact results of the test before the test is actually over, the Quran gives us the ultimate opportunity to change our trajectory. Every moment we are breathing is a moment where the door to repentance remains wide open. Our current reality is one of empowerment and choice. The point of discussing these realities is not to inspire despair, but to trigger immediate accountability and a return to a path of purpose. If we genuinely believe that every action carries a weight that will be accounted for, can we afford to let our decisions today look exactly like they did yesterday?
The fear of these consequences is only a tool. The real goal is the reevaluation of a life while the power to change it still remains in your hands.